Hello everyone, this is Leo. Thanks for watching the video. Well, today we're going to go back to another game that I really like, that I go back to a lot, regardless of whatever else I might be playing, and that's City Skylines. Now, City Skylines is, for me, one of those rabbit hole games. I get down the rabbit hole, and it's just so many things that you could do better than what you did. So it keeps bringing me back for that. But the city I'm working on now, I've just about become determined that I'm going to keep it there for 5 years, however long I've been playing it. It's been a long time. And I've never been satisfied with the city. And I finally realized that I'm not going to be satisfied with the city. Now, you notice this is taking a while to load. You need a pretty beefy computer to run this. I've got a Ryzen 5 3600 running at stock with a good cooler on it, and a GTX 1660 video card. So, you know, it's not too shabby of a computer, and you see how long it takes to load. All right, this is my main commercial area. The game started out paused. But you can see it's got the buildings and the cars and trucks going by, and each one of those is actually off doing something, making a delivery, going to work, going shopping, doing something. They're all programmed, little bots. Now, you get to place a lot of things, and other things you just kind of make suggestions. Like, for example, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to develop this residential. This is a residential area. If you look down here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see there's 3 columns, and these represent the amount of demand that you have. Well, green is residential, so I have a high demand for green residential. Now I'm going to pause the game, because if you just let it run, trends can develop that, if you weren't paying attention, can be very difficult for you to mitigate. Anyway, this is going to be a residential zone. There's the roads that I've already put in, the main roads going around the outside of it, and that connects to over here. I've got, this is the First Communities fruit company, and there's a story behind that, which is why I like this game. I like creative games because it lets you create things. Anyway, this is an industrial area. It is a giant fruit farm, a fruit factory farm, and it's owned by the First Communities group, which is the people who originally inhabited this island before the ecological plunderers came and made it uninhabitable almost. Anyway, so this residential area is hooked up to that. And this was phase 1 of the development, the residential area, and it's hooked up over here to where this is my main commercial area. This is where all my special buildings and things that draw in tourists and shopping are. Here is my little industrial area. I've started to expand it a little bit to over here, just because we were getting some demand, which has dropped off now because I guess I just don't have enough people. That's why the housing is under such demand. This is a housing area. It's got a little bit of commercial zoned here along the edges, but the rest of this is all housing. This is housing. This is high density housing, and then more low density housing, and then a little band of high density over here, and high density along the beach. Now this is a commercial area. This is I don't know if you can see. This little brown road here is not really a road, it's a boardwalk. So, and this whole commercial area here is like a historical beachfront, which right now is flooded because it's been raining a lot. So my businesses that are out here on the edge are flooded a lot. I might have to move them because they've been flooded more often than not here lately. Anyway, I've been building this city for quite some time, and I just wanted to kind of introduce people to what this game is about, because there's some misinformation being spread out there by somebody especially that I know. I won't mention her name, but it rhymes with Haitlin. and I'm going to build a residential section here. So first thing that we want to do is we want to lay in the neighborhood roads. We go down here, we click on roads, and this neighborhood is not dense. All right, it's going to have a bus come out here to service it, but I'm not sure where the bus is going to take people. I'm going to have a bus take them two different ways, which is going to kind of suck. But anyway, and that's just how much detail you have in this game. We're going to put in, let's put in just plain streets, just a plain, two-lane plain street. All right, and we can let them access from both sides, but that's trying to figure out which direction they're going to want to take, or I want them to take the upper road to make this passage along here. I don't want them to take this lower road, so I'm going to have to reduce the speed limit to make it less attractive for them. Anyway, we're still trying to build a damn residential area here, so I want them to access from this side. We want to give them plenty of room to build. Let's cut this commercial development off here. And that's me and my shaking dealing with there. Anyway, we'll get it, don't worry. I've been playing this game a long time, so I can handle it. Alright, so we've got a road going across there that acts as a limit on this commercial here, because I don't want too much commercial over here. So now we want to put in our roads that service our residential. So we're going to keep the residential off of this road. Right, so I'm going to back off one square further. See, when I lay in a road, you see where that edge of that pale circle is? That's where the edge of the development boundary is. And so I'm going to build this road as kind of a curve, like so, but I don't want it to join up over here because I don't want them coming in that way. So we'll do it like that, and then we'll just move down. Alright, well now here I go down and select how I want to zone this, what zones I want to have here. Now these are all the zones I have available, including being able to D-zone, so that if I've developed some land I can undevelop it. But I want this to be low density residential, because this is my first community's fictional native people's place to live. And I want it to kind of be very casual, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Very Hawaiian, I guess. Oops, don't want that one. Just right click on it, that takes it off. It de-zones it. Alright, now another thing that you need when you're developing a neighborhood is you need some recreational outlet for your people, or they'll get unhappy and their tax revenues will go down, and it's just not a pretty sight. So with this being, like I said, the first communities area, I'm going to put in a park that's called a tropical garden. I think that matches the theme of the area, and it's got an entertainment value. If you look on the help screen there, an entertainment value of 70. So it's suitable for a small neighborhood like what this is. And you see there's a park right there. That's what, whenever you select a piece to put in, similar pieces or pieces along that same vein are then highlighted in purple. So that, see, I've got parks over here too, and I can tell easy. That's what makes it easy. So this doesn't need to be that close to those. I just want to make sure that I get it in before I forget it. And I think I'm going to put it right, let's put it to one side. Let's put it to this side. We'll go over one more, I don't know. How about right there? That looks good to me. And let's have something a little beefier as far as the amount that you get from it. That's 100. That's entertainment value 100. Let's put in a basketball court. People stay healthy. And let's put it by in the middle, right? Well, they need something over here. We'll tend to their neighborhood in a minute. Let's put him about right here. That looks good to me. Now, these people over here need some kind of park. This is industrial area, so I'm just going to put in a plaza with picnic tables so people have a place to go eat lunch, you know, whenever they take their break from work. Everybody gets to eat lunch. That's just what a great fella I am. Lunch for everybody. There you go. All right, now we've got that part of the neighborhood put in where the parks are. Now there's people that live here, and those people are going to need electricity coming in, and it looks like the electricity catches them all along there. I ran that when I built this area so that I have plenty of power available. They need water. Most of it has got water, but we're missing a little area right here, so let's go ahead and do that, hook up the water. Garbage disposal, they've got one there. They've got one there. See how they're lit up in purple when I selected it down here? It's almost like somebody designed this game on purpose or something. Now, they're going to need medical care. What I'm going to do is put in a medical clinic. See, there's one over here for this little neighborhood. You just got to make sure that that your whole neighborhood is getting serviced with medical care, or people start dying, which you don't really want that. Also, you need death care for people, which means basically a crematorium, unless you want to put in all kinds of cemeteries that fill up and you got to keep building more, where crematoriums burn the bodies. So we kind of need, it looks like they're covered okay. So we need to cover these people down here, I think. Yeah, just to make sure we have enough. You don't want dead people piling up on you. No sirree, Bob. All right, so we got death care in now. Another thing that you want to put in is elder care and child health center. That really improves your health stats. How about a fire department? See, orange means it could burn easy. But I disagree with that, because here's a fire station right here. Here's a fire station here. So I think they're covered. I don't think we need a fire station. Police station also. Police stations cover a huge amount of territory. There's one there and one there. And so I'm sure they're covered on that. Education, though, they're not. So we're going to put in an elementary school. And if you look, you see the green area that it covers does not quite get everything. And you got to be okay with that. So we're going to put in the elementary school here. Actually, I'm going to move that and put it up against one side or the other, just so we can have plenty of, you know, the most open space for houses. So there you go. All right, so the elementary school is placed. Now also, you want to make sure you've got a high school, but I've got high schools cover a bigger area, and I've got one here. And it covers most of that, and these people are primarily intended to be employed in the factory over here, so their educational needs aren't as high. And if you don't think government thinks like that, just, I'm not going to get political. All right, so we need to we got our police coverage, we got our education coverage, we need a bus line, and the bus line is going to need to go from the factories over here, where people can have, I'm going to have see, I've got a subway that comes in and brings people all the way from this big old residential area up here and brings them in to work down here. So I'm going to have a bus line bring them, people from this neighborhood over here to where the subway is. But I'm also going to have it take them right up, or was it here? Yeah, right up here where they can catch this bus. So I'm going to have them be, all right. We've got the bus line laid in. We've got to adjust some of the settings on it, because the game will assign a butt ton of buses to it, and I just like doing them by color. So we have a gold route, so the next complementary color is going to be purple route. So let's change this name. Also, the color makes it easier to spot on the map. So purple route, now we've got to change the color to purple. Alright, that looks kind of purple to me, and we're all good on that. Alright, so my bus route is set up to take people from the factory to here. And if they want to go the other way to town, into town, from here, oh, they just catch the bus there. But see, we need a stop along here somewhere. Yes, we need another stop here. There we go. We're all set. The purple line is now up and ready to go. What else kind of infrastructure do we need? Let's see. We've got our electric, our water, trash taken care of. We've got our health care and death care taken care of. We've got our fire department taken care of, police department taken care of, education, transportation, and parks. So we've got all of the necessaries taken care of. Now we can start laying in the zones, baby. Because we're going to zone all of this area. All the way from somewhere along in here. Let's just start here. And, well, if I grab the right tool, we're going to go all the way from here, all the way to there. So now that whole area is zoned for residential. We're going to zone all of this for residential using our other tool. Not going to have anybody live right next door to the pumping stations there. We'll let him live that close. So where else do we need to? Now see, all of this area here is in my little fantasy world here. Is all the territory of the First Community's people. All of this. Now when you start getting here, then it's not so much anymore. So the housing plots get a little bigger here. And people can build nicer, bigger houses. Whereas back through here, it's more small plots of land. Keep the houses, keep the neighborhoods small and cozy. All right, so that's that whole neighborhood. Now you see the demand for my neighborhood here. Now I want you to watch how this builds up whenever I unpause the game. All right, they like the parks, and here they come. See, these are areas that are being built on. Whenever it changes to where you see the grid lines more clearly. Here. They're building it up. Now these people don't have power. Pause it. Now you see my power grid is not hooked up. It's pretty close though, which that's fortunate. So I can just run an auxiliary power line right here, and there's kind of a little bit of a gap here. So I won't lose as much of my zonable area as I might otherwise. Now I can unpause it, and these little warnings that we're out of electric will go away as the electrical service is restored. Now this whole area here, remember, was zoned residential in the face of strong residential demand. Now the residential demand is being satisfied. The residential demand bar is going down a little bit, but the commercial demand, the blue one there, is going to start to creep up because all these new people moving in need some place to shop. Now, go back to zoning. Blue, light blue is low density commercial. Dark blue is high density commercial. Now see, I have some commercial over here. There's some there. There's some in this little horseshoe over here. Excuse me. And there's some here. These people don't really have any that's just right along here, which is why I reserved these spaces up here. These people are going to be more tending to walk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run places for them to walk just across here, just kind of at random a little bit almost. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. What I wanted is the pedestrian trail. There we go. Now I think we can change that. Alright, so now my people can all walk from this main road up here where the commercial is going to be, where their shopping is going to be. They can walk onto these sidewalks that are on this road. Or does this road have sidewalks? I don't know. We'll see. We'll watch and see what happens. They'll just have to walk in the road. So let's go ahead and let that get going and see how that starts working. We got to put us some commercial up here, because the commercial demand is going up. So it's going to be low density commercial. We're just going to paint it in pretty heavy here. Yeah, I like that. Alright, we're letting it build up. See how it's going to go. Commercial demand is falling a little bit. They're nowhere near filled up over here. Commercial is weird. It really is. You gotta always be fiddling with it. It's very picky. Now, I was hoping these areas here by the water would start filling in and have some pretty good land values, because land values mean richer people live there, richer people pay more taxes, you make more money. So let's just take a look at our land values. Where is that at? Land values, right there. Okay, so the greener it is, you go from gray through blue to green. So this gray land out here ain't worth nothing. The blue land is worth a little bit, and the green land is worth a lot. So right here, in my first communities community, we've got a good bit of green going there, and then all along here in their community here, it's green. So good land values there. And this area just hasn't even built up enough yet to even show it. So where else have we got good land value? Let's look at the rest of it. This residential area I put up here on the hill. This is more greener down here, I think. So that's a good land value. The land value is looking pretty good. My hardcore industrial area here is not so hot. But everything else is looking pretty good. Let's turn that off. So anyway, there's a look at it. There's City Skylines. How the game really plays, or how I play it. I'm a little more OCD about things than most people, I think. But anyway, like I said at the beginning, it's a rabbit hole that once you fall into it, you never quite dig your way out of it. Well, that's it for this video. My name is Leo. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.